Which is live. Hello everybody and welcome to the United Stand. This is Manchester United versus Arsenal. A classic game from 2011. I'm joined by Flex. I'm not Jim White. We tried to get Robbie on because I thought it would have been fun, but he bottled it.
Absolutely bottled it. I just came off a stream with him as well, and he wasn't having none of it. He was like, the cheek of you asking him to go on to rewatch that game. He was like, he couldn't think of anything worse to do.
Well, I think it would have been good.
Brilliant. We would have had a great banter. Imagine if the fan channels were out then. That would have been scenes. That would.
I know. Well, we're just about to kick off. I'll get the timer and everything ready for everybody, and we'll go from there. The players are coming onto the pitch. A very young David De Gea. We'll be doing the Manchester United news. Don't worry about that. We'll be covering all that. Obviously, we know it's not 2011. Evra the captain. Yes. We'll be talking about that. But this one, I know if you want to watch it for free, it's on manunited.com. It's on the Manchester United app. You can also get it on MUTV if you've got that. De Gea, Smalling, Jones, Evans, Evra, Cleverley, Anderson, Young, Nani, Rooney, Welbeck. How did we beat them 8-2? With Cleverley and Jones, Anderson and Evans as our spine, and Welbeck and Smalling at right back.
4-4-2 though. 4-4-2. See what I'm saying? That's what a lot of people are saying. Just get the old school. Look at the bench. Bench was mental.
It's crazy. It really is.
But then they have got like Giroud and flipping Carl Jenkinson when he was new, and that they have got some crap players as well.
Giroud, Koscielny, Traore, Jenkinson, Coquelin, Rosicky, Ramsey, Walcott, Van Persie, Arshavin. Because
they had a few players out as well, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
Shamak on the bench. Look at that. Who's Oziap? Who's Ozakapu? Sunu. They had a proper young Henry Lansbury. Oxlade couldn't even start in that team. Now look at him.
He was only about 10 then, though, surely.
Or 15. He was number 15 then. He was probably 15.
Yeah. So as soon as it starts, I will give you the thing. But interesting news that you probably spoke about it on the Instagram about Agalo, 400 grand.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. I mean, it's a really interesting thing because you're talking about like how much he loves the club and he took a pay cut to come here. Well, I'll tell you what, mate. How much more of a pay cut do you want to take? Because 400 grand a week is a lot of money. And it'll be very interesting to see is his resolve going to be tested. It's his last big payout. It's his last contract. Does he say, all right, I'll take an extra year at United, get in whatever he's getting, or do I go and secure the bag for two and a bit years on 400k a week?
Yeah,
no. We'll see. I think he'll stay there.
Yeah, well, to be honest with you, so do I. I think that he sort of set his stall out there, and United's fans have warmed to him. You are living the dream. How much money do you want?
Exactly. Unless he signs that deal and then signs a 1-year extension with us and signs a 2-year deal with them and stays on loan, then he can be really rich.
Yeah. We've not kicked off in this game yet. It is going to be obviously a watch along. We know the final score is 8-2, but it's not one that we could miss. I mean, there's not many positives to come out of lockdown, but watching Man United smash Arsenal 8-2 and seeing all the little memes that are going to be on social media for the next couple of hours is going to be good. So
100%. And this is the first time like I've rewatched the whole thing, obviously from start to finish. Obviously, it's probably since 2011. So there'll be a lot of things that you forget, and to watch it full run is actually quite fun actually to see just how bad a performance it was from Arsenal and how good it was from us.
Exactly. So there's just still showing clips here at the moment.
Yeah, Nicky Butt, what a goal.
So I hope you all had a good day. Getting used to this city on lockdown. I'm surprised Blue haven't re-released that actually, but I hope you're having a good day, of course. Please do share the video and get involved. Something a little bit different. I think that we are living in different times, and I think we can all sometimes it's worth just having a little step back and looking at something a little bit different. I've enjoyed a couple of the games that I've watched so far. The Juventus Keane show, and we had a Spurs game as well last week, which was good. So
yeah, do you know what? On that Spurs game, it was really funny because that was the game where Darren Brent was talking about on the Flex and Run show.
Oh yeah.
So he was like, there was a time where we were 2-0 up at half time, because I said, who did you hate playing against? And he said it was always Vidic and Rio. He just couldn't get a kick. And he said he referred back to that game. And he said at halftime they went in comfortable, thinking they got this. And he said they came out and he just saw Carrick and Scholes in midfield. And he said that we went Berbatov, Rooney, Tevez, Ronaldo. And he said it was just onslaught. We just couldn't do anything. And he was like, that was what it was like to go to Old Trafford. They used to just go there with fear. And even at 2-0, they never truly felt comfortable. And after that first goal went in, he said that was it. He said he felt it. He said he knew that they weren't going to win.
Yeah, we smashed them in that second half.
Yeah, proper Boston. Absolutely peppered them.
We're just on the break here, I think, at the moment. Normally they do start it off a little bit quicker, but...
got to get the ads in, haven't they?
Get the ads in. Penalty there from Rashford. I'll have a look at some of the latest United news at the moment. But I know that Igalo one. I mean, it's all about Sancho a bit. On Sancho. I'm not totally convinced that it's definitely going to happen. The second half has happened. There we go. Sorry, the first half has happened. We've just kicked off for this Arsenal Manchester United at Old Trafford, 28th of the 8th, 2011.
Wow, rolling.
It's amazing that Phil Jones is here still.
Yeah,
how has he survived?
I know. He's literally the only standing member out of that. Look at the bench, though. The bench is decent. Oh, already. Chesney, dodgy.
Danny Welbeck. I quite like this setup, actually. I mean, I think we are starting to learn different ways of doing things with this technology. I think the one that Robbie was using with you can put the live comments up on the screen, can't you, or something?
Well, that's what I said. That's what I was saying to you just before we started recording. That's what we need to use that. It's brilliant. It's really easy, really easy. And it's just what a touch! Look at Johnny Evans composed. He's still doing that at Leicester, man.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. And I mean 9 years later, a lot of these players are still playing high level football. Not Anderson. He's eating kebabs on the Rio Grande or wherever. But
that's crazy.
Cleverley still at Watford. Fair play to him. Just shows you anything's possible. I mean, I used to quite like Cleverley at times, but Anderson, Cleverley in the midfield. Chris Smalling, right back. He's playing in Roma. Jones still stealing a living at Old Trafford. Johnny Evans playing very, very well for Leicester. Evra's obviously retired now. Cleverley and Anderson. Anderson, obviously, God knows what he did with his career.
Pretty much.
Welbeck's still playing, isn't he? Watford. Rooney still playing at Derby. Who do we have on the wings for this game? Giggs and...
No, Giggs is on the bench. We got...
Young.
We got Ashley Young.
Yeah, he's still playing.
Wing. And we got... who's the right wing? Nani. There he is.
Yeah, Nani. He's played in America, isn't he? So.
Yeah.
Van Persie obviously played for Arsenal in this game.
Oh, good ball. Look at Chris Smalling. Bring him back right back.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is, isn't it? This is an interesting one to watch because I know some people struggle watching the classics, but you're going to get 10 goals. I mean, it's like a highlights package when you're going to get 10 goals. But Arsenal were proper shit. Was this the game that? No, it wasn't where Wenger got sent off. This one was it? But
no. That was under Van Gaal. But this game, I remember Arsenal fans saying like they're missing loads of players, and you can tell by their bench. Just bloody hell, John. You can tell by their bench just how struggling they actually was in this game, and obviously the team that they put out, it was far from their full strength. But look at our team though. Like you said, 4-4-2. Look at the players in it. But at the time, that was actually a decent team.
Yeah.
De Gea still finding his feet then, wasn't he? Wonder what Cleverley thinks now. I wonder if because I saw. Oh bloody hell, Phil! Oh, look at Sir Philip.
Sir Philip. Oh, Phil Jones. Yeah, I thought you were on about Phil Neville. He's here. Look, number 4. He almost looks like a bit overweight David Beckham. He's got the bleached hair in the top.
Yeah, awful Barnett.
Still got a big arse dragging him down. I remember being annoyed that Arsenal got 2 goals in this game, Mark. That's my abiding memory, says Nick P. Yeah, we probably shouldn't have conceded any goals in that, to be fair. Please do share the video. Come on, everyone. We want to get tweets up. We want to get Arsenal fans absolutely riled tonight, and the only way we're going to do that is by getting lots of people watching. Rooney just the tester shot from the edge of the box there.
Yeah, easy. Before the real stuff happened. I mean, we actually made a good start. We're all over from the start, haven't we, in this game?
Yeah, anyway, like I was saying, I've got this little notepad now, and where you can see that red screen on the thing is perfect. Is actually where I'm watching my thing. It's just right down in front of me there, and then I've got the live comments and everything like that. It's been quite good for when we get real football back. I'd quite like it rather than having to look to the side.
Okay, that's good. I haven't seen that. Have a look.
You can't see it on the screen, but where that red screen is in front of me on the thing, that is actually my eye line of where I'm watching the match now as well.
Oh, where you're watching it. Oh, so it looks like you're looking down at that. Oh, okay. I'm with you. Actually, to be fair, this is quite new for me. Actually, this is my first watch along.
Yeah.
I'm always there.
You're always there, soaking up the real team. Arsenal. Yeah, Phil Jones. See,
look at that.
That's why we bought him.
Behind you, but yeah.
If you want to watch it, everybody, this is why we're doing these. It's not, you don't have to be paying for anything. ManUnited.com. If you've got internet, even dial up will work. ManUnited.com. It's on there. ManUnited.com. And it's also on the app, and which is free, and it's also on MUTV, which some people have to pay for. But ManUnited.com is where I watch it. I have got MUTV, but I just use ManUnited.com. Timer, sorry, the timer should be working. I have got a timer, and I've just not turned it on. There it is. We're 5 minutes and 30 in. Thanks for reminding me. Well, hello there. Let's have a quick look at some topical news for you as well. Dylan Hogarth has signed the new contract. He's the young lad. I thought we'd only just got hold of him, to be honest.
Yeah, no, he signed an extension. The Dutch lad, isn't he? He looks exciting. Obviously, it's so hard to tell at that age. He hasn't got any first team experience, or not exactly knocking on the door, but they've secured him. So clearly, they want to hang around to see what he can turn into.
Nani was a good player on his day. I mean, he's just whipped across in here,
brilliant.
And Rooney can't get up for it. But
outside the bit. He was good. Nani used to blow hot and cold a lot, though. When he was on form, he was almost unplayable.
Yeah,
he was brilliant. Two great feet, quick, strong, great strike on him, skillful. But then other times he used to frustrate you. But he was a good player, man.
Poundland Ronaldo, really, because the thing about Nani is that when Ronaldo went, you wanted him to step up to the plate, and he never. Oh, a nice ball into Welbeck.
Oh, great ball.
And that's Welbeck's finishing for you. Shit.
Yeah,
I'll never forget Welbeck running through one-on-one against Bayern Munich and trying to lob Nora, and Nora thinking he's in all sorts of trouble, then just standing there and going, "Is that what you really think you're going to do?"
Yeah.
My Bruno shirt came today. Thank you, Mark and Flex, says Kevin Lopez. Yeah, if you want to get your Bruno shirts, links in the video description.
Oh, Bruno shirt.
You're not seeing them? They're brilliant.
Yeah, no, I've seen the Bruno shirt. I just didn't hear what you said came in the post.
So happy when we signed Jones. Shame about the injury, says Joe Snow. Yeah, I mean, look, Phil Jones, when we signed him, I'm not going to banter him. I thought he looked. I remember playing Blackburn, and he played really, really well. And I thought, well, you know what?
Yeah, but you got to remember also, it's because Sir Alex told us he's flipping going to be the next England captain as well. So
I'm sure he said the horrible words, the next Duncan Edwards as well.
Oh, God.
Nick P says, do you remember Andre Arshavin? Was a bit of a social media star back then when Facebook was big. Early role model for Lingy. I tell you what, I'm not going to knock Arshavin because I remember the season when Liverpool nearly did win the league, and it was 4-4 at Arsenal. He scored at Anfield. He scored 4 goals.
Yeah, he did.
Did us a favour.
That was brilliant. And that season, he had an amazing Euros. I remember it. Was it 06? I think it could have been, or was it 08? Can't remember what Euros it was. And he was brilliant for Russia. I remember when he went to Arsenal, I was thinking, he's a good player. And he was just nippy. He could get shots off, no backlift. And he had that one good season, especially that time when he scored 4 at Anfield. But then after that, it just kind of fizzled out, didn't it?
Anaben Batshayi says Rooney was correct to complain that there weren't enough good players in this team. This team was proper crap. Wonder how Sir Alex Ferguson won leagues with this team. You know what, Anaben? That's why we're watching this, because this team was proper crap and it still beat Arsenal 8-2. Anderson and Cleverley as the midfield too. I mean,
yeah, that's banter, isn't
it? They were crap. This
what a ball, Nani! What a ball!
People moan about signings. And they think it's a modern thing. Remember, the Glazers were in charge here, every summer we'd be like, when are we going to sign a midfielder? And he'd still win the league, but we needed midfielders.
Yeah. It's been a common theme since forever. Do you know what I mean?
He's been around forever as well.
Has.
Walcott, 20 years, and he's still not fulfilled his potential.
Rubbish, mate. Look at that there. Evra just brushing him off, and this is Evra coming towards
Welbeck with the turn.
Oh, brilliant.
You know what? Welbeck gets a lot of stick.
Ref.
I was disappointed when we sold Welbeck because I think he was the perfect bench player.
Yes,
he's levels ahead of Lingard. His finishing was a bit dodgy. Look at that strength from Rooney. Rooney was on fire in this season.
Brilliant. Yeah, he was. Yeah.
This was the Rooney's last good season, I think, 2010, 2011.
Yes, because after this, what was that? 12, 13, was it?
12, 13 was the season
that was
after
that.
Yeah.
Was our last. That was his last. That was our last league, innit?
Yeah, so this was his last good season. The season after was when we got Van Persie. This was probably the game where Van Persie said, "I've had enough."
Yeah, 100%.
Because a year later he signed for us.
With Robbie and the boys and saying like he thought sod that. Do you know what I mean? Oh, always give it. Look at Rooney. He's always moaning and swearing.
Howard Webb was the ref as well. How ironic.
Howard Webb, mate, solid. He used to be a policeman, didn't
he? Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah.
Not that all policemen look like that, but he's got it.
Oh.
Let me just go through some topical stuff. United, we'll discuss this in the live comments, everybody, as well, and I'll let Flex have a chat about it. Jose Mourinho's Tottenham and Manchester United are both in a race to sign veteran centre-back Godin, according to reports. They both want the 34-year-old who moved from Atletico Madrid to Inter last summer, but hasn't featured regularly for Antonio Conte. Godin at 34. I'd have him at 24, but I don't fancy a player who's never played in the Premier League, who's not very quick, coming to the Premier League.
No, listen, don't I'll put respect on his name. He's been a world-class defender in his time. He's been solid, but that ship has well and truly sailed, man. Like just the same like the Jerome Boateng thing. Jerome Boateng was good about 6 years ago. Like it's just that ship has sailed. You don't get players like that when you're trying to build a team like Ollie's building for the future, and the type of mould and that would just go completely against everything Ollie's trying to build. That would never happen. Never. I can't see that.
Also, Lingard talking about Ashley Young and Lukaku. He says, I speak to Ashley quite a lot. He's with his family. Oh no, he's not talking about going to Italy.
He's not.
No.
Okay.
I think he's just offering them support. There's a little bit about Sky saying that Chinese outfit have offered Igalo $400,000 a week and a 2-year extension. He's got to be honest. If he's money motivated, he's got to. And I don't mean that in a bad way, but if he is money motivated, he's got to take that because.
But I think he can take both, though. Honestly, I think we're going to only give him a year. We're not going to give him more than that. So he may as well just, if I was him, just sign that, and then but say I want to go back on loan. But then again, would they agree to pay him 400, whatever, if he's saying he's only going to play there for 1 year? But I would negotiate that and say, look, I'm playing at my boyhood club, Man United. You can see what it means to me. I don't mind coming back for one last payday.
They can't hear that, Flex, by the way.
Oh, they can't hear what? I don't understand what happened.
I was just doing an Instagram post.
Oh, right.
But I muted myself so people couldn't hear it on the stream, but then I thought, shit, you can hear it through Discord.
I was thinking, what? This doesn't add up.
Yeah, so... United look very good. This Arsenal team... I mean, this is the thing about Arsenal under Wenger. They were just such bottle jobs. This is why this is a 90 minutes of why, if you never understood, Arsenal always get bantered. And they're still the same club, really. But under Wenger, it was even funnier because he was the manager that they'd been good under.
100%. And this is like almost a demise. The demise was probably a little bit before this, but obviously they did the last time they won the league was 2004, innit? The Invincibles. Is that last time they won it? Isn't it?
I tell you what though, United again. I saw this in the Spurs game last week, and again tonight. So this is 9 years ago. The speed is quicker than it is now. The way we move the ball is much quicker.
Yeah. Sir Alex, mate.
Mm.
And that's with inferior players, to put it nicely.
Yeah, Joe Snow just says runs and passes. And this is nothing to, I think when you watch football from the 60s and 70s, you can see it's a lot slower. But, I don't think over the last 10, 15 years there's a massive... I think actually some of this football looks quicker than it does in the modern day, which is interesting.
Yeah, football back in the day was way better. Like, when I say back in the day, I'm just talking I'm just talking about of our era of watching Premier League football. Like, I keep saying it all the time, the players that we champion, even today, that we say are great players and and social media hypes them up because they scored a bicycle kick or something happened. Like, they're not that good. Like, the level, I think, back then was way better when these players were in their prime. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
For me.
Yeah, and actually, you know what? That team that beat Spurs last week, it's got Ronaldo, it's got Rooney in it. This team's got a prime Rooney in it, but it's just quicker. Oh, Phil Jones there. Maybe that's where all the injury problems started. Oh, Shavin. Proper late on Phil Jones.
Oh, yeah, I'm way behind. Oh, can I make mine a bit quicker here? Let me refresh it.
Yellow card. What we do want to do tonight, remember, as well, is look at VAR. Would a VAR make any difference on any of these goals or fouls? For me, that could have been a red. When you see that there, what are you thinking? I think
that is bad.
Yeah, I think they would have reviewed that in the modern
that's
game.
A red.
Yeah,
that's a red. VAR is giving a red for that 100%.
Yeah, he kicks him 100%. After the ball.
Yeah, that is bad.
And that's why Phil Jones has been shit for 10 years. That was the start of it, probably.
Yeah. Exactly.
Look at his hair. Look at his hair.
You gotta love Phil Jones, man.
I do like him, really. I'd be very disappointed if he left.
No, you wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't. I think even Ollie's had enough for Jones now, though.
Yeah, he just doesn't get anywhere near it, does he? I mean, when's the last time he played? Tranmere, was it? Not Tranmere. Yeah, Tranmere. He doesn't even get into the Europa League squad. Nothing. The whole reason he's there is because, like you said, Smalling. Could give it to him then. Just give it to Smalling, or don't. Smalling, for sod that, I'm not going to sit on the bench. I'm actually good, and I actually have, ambition. Whereas I think Jones is just happy to just be there.
I saw something today about what's his name? It was actually. I think I think this morning I just got a bit fed up of just reading just transfer stories, and I was thinking, well, if we don't sign Jadon Sancho, there's got to be a plan B. And I was talking about Memphis Depay. I mean, if we didn't get Sancho because he went to Chelsea, we do need a right winger. What sort of player
100%.
would you be looking at?
Oh, mate, I know it's very, very difficult, but Serge Gnabry is out of this world at the moment. I'd take a risk on him. I would have him. I would have Coman as well, either one of them. But I know it'd be very difficult to lure them from Barca. It's not really realistic. I would also have I'd have Son all day. I would have, who else would I have? I was just about to say someone else. I'll definitely take Mahrez. But again, luring him from City is going to be difficult.
Yeah, I like Mahrez, and it looks like he's surplus to requirements as well.
Well, it's a weird one, Mahrez, because he does still play quite a few games. I don't know. It's not that Pep never plays him, but he's not like a number one starter. And if Sane, the whole Sane situation, if is he going to go? And he doesn't start as much games as he'd probably like to. What's his face? Mahrez. But I think sometimes you get Bernardo Silva obviously playing off the right as well. So it's kind of just he's a bit of a rotated player. But yeah, if he came to us, he'd start every game for sure on the right.
We've just about 20 minutes gone in this game. Koscielny's just had a header there.
I was going to say, how long was it until we scored the first goal? I thought it was sooner than this.
I think we scored the first one around 20 minutes. As far as I remember, it goes 1-0, 2-0, 3-0, 3-1, 6-1, 6-2, 7-2, 8-2.
Right, okay. So crazy, man. 8-2. There was another right winger that I was thinking of that I said, I'll take him. Who was it? It's annoying me that. Can't think who it was. Oh, cleverly got the war wounds.
Yeah, I would like Mahrez, but I just don't see that happening.
Nah, neither do I. We've got to go all out for Sancho. Oh, Jota. That's who I'll take a gamble on.
Oh yeah. From I'd maybe Adama Traore as well.
Yeah. Any one of them two would probably occupy defenders probably a little bit more consistently than Dan James was. But Jota's way better than Dan James. He's brilliant. Jota is.
No spoilers, says Toby Pierce. Sorry, mate. I don't know what the final score is going to be.
Rooney just dropping off the front now, coming into midfield. He's always been doing that, hasn't he? Handball.
Drawty's doing the Twitter account as well, just as if it's a real game. That's what that's the way we want it to be. Please do share the video if you're watching. You can click the share button underneath, share it out there. Arsenal just coming forward here. Jenkinson, I think he still plays. I'm sure he was at Forest actually.
Yeah, he was at West Ham as well, wasn't he? I think he still is at Forest. Well,
funny enough, there's an article here about Phil Jones as well. We're going to go through some of the topical stuff as well while we're watching this. Former Blackburn goalkeeper Paul Robinson has urged Phil Jones to join Newcastle.
Yeah, that'd be a decent move for Phil Jones.
You just see Phil Jones driving into training in a yellow Lamborghini, though, and you think, yeah, he's winning at life no matter what, really.
Yeah, look at Walcott's. Never had any end product. So crap.
Well, he went to the World Cup in 2002, didn't he? As a 17-year-old.
Yeah, that's it. And then after he's done that thing in the was it the Euros or was it the qualifications when he scored a hat-trick against Croatia, wasn't it?
Nick P says, if fan cams were around in 2011, which player in this team would Ricky cream himself over? Sorry for the mental picture.
It would probably be because it'd be an unpopular one, wouldn't it? So it'd probably be Cleverly.
Yeah.
It'd probably say, the running he does and how he looks after the ball.
I'll tell you what, Fleck. It's not. Everyone thinks Rooney's world class. Look at the running Welbeck does. I'm telling you now, Danny Welbeck. You take him out of that team, Rooney would be half the player.
I watched back the show you did yesterday with him and Saeed. Look at him and Jenkinson arguing.
He did admit he'd played Bruno over Mata last night, which I actually didn't think he would.
That was a big W. That was a big W.
Anderson, little dink over the top. Welbeck, 1-0. There we go. That's it.
Yes.
Anderson with the Brazilian samba beat. What an assist that was. Little scoop over the top. And Welbeck ain't going to miss that, even if he tried. Chesney's not happy, still playing.
Throwing his ball down.
The great thing about watching these back is that you do forget some of the goals and how they went in. And cross comes in from Evra, headed away by Koscielny. Anderson, it's a lovely... I tell you what, if you did that in the modern game, if Ozil does that, they'd go, wow. Yeah. Although they should deal with it, really.
Yeah, they should. It's Johan Juru, awful. Crap.
Letting it bounce in the box.
Look at that, awful. And look at Koscielny, what's he doing? Awful.
Yeah, all he's got to do is head that away, Juru. It's on his head.
Exactly. And the thing is, Arsenal are still making mistakes, like apart from till Arteta came, still doing crap like that now.
So Danny Welbeck makes it 1-0 to United.
Walcott and Jenkinson going at it, mate.
Wenger's there, look, shaking his head. It gets worse, mate. It gets worse.
Did you see Barbara just on MUTV before we come on asking Dennis Irwin a question?
No.
Yeah, it was wicked. She was just live with Dennis Irwin and a crowd, and she asked him a question.
What sort of crowd?
It was just like an audience. I think there's like a room of people, so it must be like a little evening with Dennis Irwin or something in Old Trafford. I think it was.
All right, won't be a recent thing. Oh, Nanny with the Megs. Welbeck wins it.
Oh.
Yeah, I've noticed MUTV scouting our bloody fan cameras. Just shows we're doing a good job.
Yeah, exactly. They're watching, mate. They're watching.
He's Rooney. Smalling. What? That shows you how good Smalling was there.
I tell you what, though, he's actually done really well to control that and make an attacking run.
So I thought it was Rooney because he's on the other side of the pitch. It's Rooney with the assist. He was offside as well.
Yeah, he was. That would have been chalked off for VAR.
But just talking about that, 1-0 at the moment. Welbeck makes it 1-0, but your mate Darren Bent, he's been talking as well, saying that I knew Jack Grealish had unbelievable ability anyway. I know how good he was. And with the Euros pushed back to the summer, he could get into the squad now. But if he makes the move to Manchester United or someone like that, you'd have to say he's got his seat on the plane if he can get enough game time at Old Trafford. So,
yeah.
I was talking about Grealish today with somebody, and they were also saying what a great player he would be for United. But I just feel that with Pogba staying, looking like he's staying,
where does he fit in?
Why would you? You know what United are like. We don't do luxury signings. We do Pogba goes, let's get Grealish. I don't think we'll do Pogba stays, let's get Grealish, because you'd have a lot of midfielders then.
Yeah, we would be crammed out. You'd need a big departure.
Yeah.
Flipping Eck Jones. All you've got to do is give it to Nani there. You'd need a big departure if Grealish is going to come, because Grealish is a bit of a talisman. He needs to play a lot of games and be very influential in a side. Can you see Robbie? Is Robbie there? I'm not sure. Can't see him. Is Tao there? Looking for Ty or anyone? No. I just feel like you're right. Where would he, with the balance of it? Now we've got Bruno as well. Where would Grealish fit in? Because he doesn't get in ahead of Bruno or Pogba. I know people may argue, Pogba's commitment and attitude, all that stuff. I'm talking about ability. You're trying to build a midfield. He doesn't get in ahead of them. And he can't play defensive midfield. So, and are you going to play him on the left? No. You've got Rashford there. On the right, if you're trying to get Sancho, then he doesn't get in there. He doesn't fit in.
Just want if everyone can remind us in the live comments at 8 o'clock as well in the UK, people are going outside to applaud the NHS. So I just want to acknowledge it at 8 o'clock. I'm not going to say we're going outside. I'll just go NHS. And it's just an appreciation of what is a very, very difficult time for everybody. 100%. And we ain't going to do this without the National Health Service and whatever your country is as well. So that, and I know people say these things are a little bit cringy at times, but I think in this circumstance it's very important. So if you want to take part in it, just NHS in the live comments and we'll blast it out for a minute. Mark, are you going to do a Discord tonight? Says Ollie Chadwick. Downloaded it yesterday, loving the career mode. Cheers for keeping us entertained in this pandemic top class. This is Flex on the Discord tonight, so we won't be doing a call into that. There's a penalty.
Yeah, penalty. I was going to say, mate, are you going to talk about the game?
Yeah. I didn't see the penalty. Was it a penalty? VAR?
It was a bit risky. I don't know. It's a bit dodgy, man. Johnny Evans brought down Theo Walcott. Looked a little bit soft to me, but he got
crap penalty
as well. And De Gea saves it. Do you know what? I don't remember De Gea saving that.
Well, De Gea never used to save penalties, did he?
Yeah, I think that's the last one he's ever saved. That Van Persie, that's a poor penalty for him. Really poor. Really poor. Drops to his knees in disbelief and thought, right, I'll sign for them.
Yeah, I knew he missed it.
Yeah, I can't remember him missing that.
It was a crap penalty.
Yeah,
never
awful.
A penalty, says Palmarius. We'll have to take your word for it because I was too busy bloody talking. I'm talking about something important though, the NHS, which is important. So remember that at 8 o'clock, everybody.
De Gea looked so young then.
I think that was the season he signed, wasn't it?
Yeah, he really struggled this season. I remember a game against, I think it was Yakubu who roughed him up. So who was that? I think he was at Blackburn then. I remember a game against Blackburn anyway, or was he at Everton then? I can't remember, but whoever Yakubu was playing for at the time, and he was coming for crosses, and Yakubu was just eating him up. I think he ended up scoring, and I remember saying like, this keeper's got a lot to learn in this league. You can tell he's good, but he just needs to toughen up a bit because he found it really hard.
Talk to me about the Premier League because unfortunately I deleted the Robbie video by mistake. Rooney with the cross there. And I've got to do it again. But DT was talking about Ashley Young!
Ashley Young!
What a goal! What a screamer from Ashley Young. I remember that one. Pick that out with your gravy.
Brilliant goal.
That was a cracking goal, that was from Ashley Young.
Brilliant goal.
Top corner. Edge of the box. That was a FIFA finesse shot. If anyone watches me play FIFA, they'll know. Because I do it a lot.
That's right.
But,
yes, same. I started my career mode today, actually. And Bruno's just making them fly in every game for me.
But again, it's bad defence by Arsenal. I mean, heads it
awful,
straight.
Look at them. Doesn't get tight enough. Lets him shift it way too easily. I mean, after that is just...
No keeper saving that.
Yeah, no keeper saving that. But What a strike! The way he just shifts it. That's prime Ashley Young. That is.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well, that's why I always got frustration. Someone just said, "Oh my God, savage videos," and there's probably people who don't remember this, but this is what frustrated me, and it wasn't even Ashley Young's fault because I always felt as a winger, he was never Ronaldo or Nani really, but he could do a job in the Premier League, and on his day he was bloody brilliant. But when we pulled him to a fullback, I was just like, "What are we doing?"
Yeah, there was no need. Again, it was almost like penny pinching. It's almost like, well, we don't want to invest in a proper actual left back, so.
Well, we did it twice as well, didn't we? We did it Valencia as well, and I just think Valencia was a winger who used to. I remember years ago when I used to play Fantasy Premier League, and I'd have Valencia in my team. He'd get loads of assists, and there's probably a lot of United fans who don't remember Young and Valencia were actually wingers.
Yeah, well, when Valencia was at Wigan, he was solid, mate. He was like, see how Traore was just like obviously stocky and solid. I know he's not as big as that, but the way he used to go past people and bully people was like that. He didn't have any tricks, any skill. He just used to kick and run, and people just used to bounce off him. And he didn't have any form of finesse with his cross. He just used to like slap it across really hard. You know what I mean?
FA cancelled lower and grassroots season thoughts, says Aaron Walters. Yeah, I was just about to ask that before that Young banger. There's that Arsenal fan with the long hair.
Yes, there's Bully. There he is.
Can't see DT there, probably supporting Luton. He'll be messaging me with the pictures of him there with his kid when he was in the 90s. I know definitely DT's been a fan for years. In fact,
he has.
That's a good save from De Gea there. Good double save.
Yeah, see, that's De Gea's been doing this, man. Put respect on his name.
Yeah.
Just the same that he's been
10 years he'll have been here then, next summer. Yeah, next summer.
Yeah, I know. Decade, mate. Crazy, isn't it?
And people think, oh, let's get rid of him. I just think, no.
Nah, not yet. Not yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, he is in decline, but he's still very good.
Yeah, but just going back to that there, when do you think we're going to get some football back? Because like DT was saying August, Ricky was saying November, Saeed was saying September. Ooh, good cross there, Rooney.
Ooh. Yeah, I mean, at the beginning I thought we could get it back sort of, June, July, kind of like June times. But the longer this is going on now, May. I was when this first all kind of started, kicking off. I thought maybe May, but that's definitely not going to happen now. I can't see it. April the 30th, they're just going to prolong the postponement. I can't see it coming back then. I think back end of summer. So yeah, what's that? August. Yeah, July, August. I just can't see it because if you think of the lockdown that we're in now, the government are going to review that in 3 weeks. So that will take us to round about mid-April, I think, or towards the end. I can't for them to lift this ban is what I keep saying. They have to be 100% sure. Oh, hold on. Oh, they have to be 100% sure that things are getting better before they let everyone out again.
Yeah.
Especially footballers. So I just can't see it for a good few months, man.
There's a few people saying May. Quite a lot of people saying May. Jackson Hill, George, Kyle, one of the moderators. If you want to watch the game, by the way, manunited.com. It's the classic Man United 8-2. It's 2-0 at the moment. Full game being played on manunited.com or the app, free to watch on there. Sync in with us and watch it. It's so
Ramsey, that's awful. Absolutely awful, Ramsey.
But that's the penalty. That's not a penalty. That is not a penalty.
Nah.
They missed it anyway, but that's not a penalty. I think on VAR, that's not a penalty. So it's funny because we've had a couple of things here. I think both goals are goals for United on VAR because we're reviewing it obviously 10 years on as well. Both the United goals would have been goals. Arshavin would have been sent off for the foul on Jones, and they wouldn't have got a penalty for that on Walcott. So Arsenal would be down to 10 men and 2-0 down, and they wouldn't have had a penalty.
Then it would have been flipping 12-2.
I think with this, it's going to stop as quick as it starts. I just don't know when it's going to stop. Because if you think about how quick... I know it was in China and that, but we went from no football to lockdown in the space of 2 weeks, and I think we can go from lockdown to, some sense of normality quite quickly as well.
Do you think?
I think if they get these tests that they're planning to do where they're going to find out if people have had it, then, if there's 20 million people in this country that's had it, then there's 20 million people in this country who can't get it again, and you can start to work out the maths.
But is that even a definite though? Is that even a definite in terms of it's like the chickenpox thing where if you get it, you can't get it again or whatever?
Well, I think there's rare occasions, but they're pretty confident on that. I mean, Wuhan's opening up start of April, so
right, okay,
that's 3 months, isn't it? Really, 3 full months.
Yeah, so they keep talking about this 12-week kind of process, don't they? About how we can beat it in 12 weeks. So what would 12 weeks take us to? Where would we be then?
Oh, that's a bad foul again. And it's Arshavin. He should have been off.
Should have been off, mate. Should have been off.
That was a second yellow there. Anyway, Welbeck's pulled his hamstring here, I didn't remember him getting injured. Yeah.
So 12 weeks from now takes us to June the 18th.
Hope Edward says, imagine if AFTV had existed. I wish we existed and they existed back then.
Oh, it would be bad. Like, DT would have to disable comments or just go into hiding. They all would. The banter would just be... Imagine the memes that would be about that.
Welbeck's crying. Injury. This is probably... He's always been injury prone, Welbeck.
Yeah, I do feel sorry for Welbeck. He's had a lot of big injuries, man. Well, he's not that young anymore. He's like 27, 28, isn't he? But he's been around so long. I remember when he burst onto the scene with us as what was he, 18, 17, 18? And he just has such a horrible injuries.
Chikorito's coming on. Welbeck is such a sad story, says Yasser Said, and would Depay fit in the current team, says Lewis Noakes. I think he would give us options in the final three, definitely. 6782 Anthony says, in response to your Sancho video this morning on right-wing alternatives, young players, Kalevski, Chiesa, Neres and Bernadeschi as a more experienced player. Yeah, I think Chiesa looks good, Neres looks good. There are options out there, and I think United do need to be looking at those. But look, this is... he's gone and bloody paused on me. Yeah, this is Arshavin on a yellow.
Yeah, he's off.
He's gone on VAR. He's gone on the. He got a yellow for a nasty tackle on Jones, which I think he would have got a red for, and I think he would have got a red for that. So it's 2 reds for Arshavin, and he's still on the bloody pitch.
100%. 100% would have got a red for that.
He's already on a yellow card as well. But this is it. You can't go and review it, can you? So that's a good thing. There are good aspects of VAR. I've got to say.
100%. All they need to tweak with VAR, right? Because the technology works fine in terms of it's just showing you replays. That's all it's doing. It's just the interpretation of the people using it and how they're implementing the rules. That's the only thing. I've said it from the start. That's what needs to change. You can't be saying that these things are offside when it's like that, and you just can't. They've got to change the implementation of it.
So going back to what we were talking about, Arsenal on the attack here, so we know they don't score. I still think we'll be back playing football in June.
You think? Yeah, June. Yeah, June. Well,
because Michael Keane even said today. Weeks. Michael Keane said today they've all got their personal things to do, and if they were given he said if they were given 2 weeks' notice, they'd be back ready to play football.
Oh yeah, 2 weeks' notice, 100%. Yeah, if the Premier League went right in fortnights, we're gonna, United have to play so and so. Then yeah, they'll be. I don't have any doubts about that. The players can be ready within a fortnight for sure. I'm just thinking more of from a government point of view. For them to lift the ban on sporting events, they have to be absolutely sure. And just to lift the ban of people in lockdown in general, they have to be absolutely sure that that the cases are either not appearing anymore or have drastically gone down, as well as the deaths. Because as soon as they say as well, which I was saying to Miles yesterday, even when we come off lockdown, everyone's going to flock out. All the bars and the pubs are going to be busy. The NHS is going to have to work hard like that. It's going to be like New Year's Eve for like 2 weeks.
Cavalier Crane Masters says, fans chanting you're getting sacked in the morning to Wenger shows how clueless the Arsenal board. They took 7 years to do it. And Fleck United is one of our own, says Transmission 2020. Thanks for all the super chats that are coming in. Really appreciate it.
Big up.
In these times. We'll just have to wait and see. I think at the moment it really is a wait and see scenario. People are coming out with silly things like 3, 4, 5 months. I just don't see it. I think as soon as you start to get the downward turn, you can start to think about turning the tap on again. Only 2 weeks ago, I thought we wouldn't lock anything down. I thought we'd carry on with football, we'd carry on with football school, and we'd just take the hit. But the problem is, if you take the hit, you overwhelm the NHS. That's why we're on lockdown. It's not because
100%.
any other reason.
No, like Boris said, it's if everyone gets sick at the same time, they can't cope, and that puts not just people with coronavirus life at risk, but people with other serious illnesses at risk, people who wait in cancer or heart operations or any other serious condition. You're then taken away from them, and then you're literally choosing between someone suffering from coronavirus and something else, which is, should never have to happen.
Nani on the free kick here. Over the bar.
Way over.
If you could sack one Premier League manager, who would it be, says Jenks1102? I know Rance would sack.
Yeah, I know, bloody hell.
Pioli.
I would sack Klopp.
Yeah, you got to go selfish, haven't you?
100%. There's nowhere else I'd rather sack than him. He's just, everything he does for Liverpool, I just hate it. Like, I respect it. He's brilliant. But I just want it to all come crumbling down. To be honest.
Roma's talking about the impact of Chris Smalling, how great he's been, and he has had a great season for Roma.
Oh, I tell you what, that's dodgy.
Yeah,
he's all over him. He's got to be off for that.
Yellow card.
Wasn't he off from early? I think he was off, wasn't he? Didn't he get a red card as well?
Arsenal were terrible. 8-2. It could have been bloody. They could have been down to 9 men as well, and it's only 2-0. Yazza says, well, Flex, what about the player? Anyone ask them if they are comfortable coming back to playing football? I just don't see how we finish the season. Hey, yeah, that's what you've just reminded me actually about this. What I think people are... it probably wasn't a red card, to be honest. He's trying to win the ball, but...
Yeah.
Yellow card for Jenkinson there. Climbing all over Young as the last man. Could have been. I think they definitely review it under VAR.
Yeah.
If you want to watch this is the rerun of the 8-2 game, Manchester United versus
This was a goal, wasn't it?
Arsenal.
Rooney scores this.
And it's on manunited.com. You can watch it and sink in with us. Please share the video. And please get your tweets out, taking the piss out of Arsenal. That's the whole point of tonight. So it's Rooney on the free kick here. It's 2-0.
Look at the fans behind the goal. It's like they can feel something's going to happen.
We'll talk about Smalling in a moment. He's going to roll it up to Young, who's going to put his foot on it to stop it, and then Rooney's going to hit it.
Rooney, bang, top bins. What a goal.
2-0. 3-0. What a goal.
Brilliant.
So simple.
Everyone went to pick him up there and nearly done his back.
Rooney! 3-0.
Rooney, even when we played against them the other week at Derby, right, his quality in terms of like his free kick and his delivery and stuff, he's still brilliant. Nearly scored against Romero a couple of times. He's still got that.
It's a lovely free kick. I mean, Chesney gets his hand on it, but...
Yeah, it's too much pace. Too much pace.
Yeah.
Nearly flipping mangles himself on the post. Look at that technique. Look at that. Rooney, brilliant.
Elliot Horton says, thanks for the amazing content. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. We just want to mix it up. I know we could have done a video talking about Jadon Sancho again or something, and we can talk about Jadon Sancho while we're watching this, but you've got to mix things up. I never understand why people don't enjoy this sort of thing, especially when there's not any football on. It's great just to watch a bit of football.
100%, even if it's old.
Arshavin with the cross. They're in the box. Probably wanted a penalty for that, even though he fell on his arse.
Yeah. Look how young Ramsey looks.
Mr. Glenn Johnson says, to use the words of the US head's expert on COVID-19, you can't put a timeline on epidemics because how it spreads is irregular and depends on countermeasures. There isn't a set timeline for this, which I think is very, very true. But what I was going to say is, we're approaching half time here. What I was going to say is that you can't also put a statement in relation to money. Money makes the world go around, and countries need to get back doing things. And as I said, they won't just put us on lockdown because let's just put us on lockdown. We're on lockdown because it's the most economically viable thing to do at the moment. As soon as they can start to risk it and let the curve go up again, they will.
100%. Everything is down to economics as well. Obviously, it's about saving lives, and that's the most paramount thing. But they won't be making these decisions without obviously considering the effect that it's going to have on the economy too. So, that's definitely on the bench there.
Just going back to Smalling actually. I mean, he's obviously playing in this game at right back, and he's done well. He's doing very well in Roma. linked to Arsenal in the summer.
Yeah, I just spoke about this with Robbie actually on his show. He asked me about that, and I said it was a weird one for United fans because, well done, Kashani. Because what's actually happened is that, because he's gone and played very well, we've had question marks a lot of the time. Maybe some have bought into it more than others over Lindelof, and some people saying Smalling should have been the one to stay. And I sort of said to Robbie that I think that Smalling's paid his due as a United player. He's been respectful. He's been a good servant of the club. And I think Ollie would respect that. And if he did want to go to Arsenal, as much as I wouldn't want to see them strengthened, I think Ollie would let him. I don't think Ollie would go, you're not going. Because I think if Ollie can't give him game time, which Ollie's made his decision. He's not going to throw Lindelof out and accept Smalling back. I can't see that happening. So I think Ollie lets him go to Arsenal if he wants to.
I'd let Smalling. I think Smalling's been a great servant to the club.
100%.
I don't think he's going to go to Arsenal and turn them into a better club. I think he'll go and do a good job for them. But Smalling's not that. So I've always called Smalling the best backup centre back in the Premier League. He's not a top 4 centre back for me. But so I wouldn't begrudge him going there. I wouldn't. I think.
Neither would I.
Yaz Aside says, if the season is voided, should Liverpool get the title? It's a no for me. The season's not done.
Stupid. You see this question? It really annoys me. I don't even see how it's even a question. I really don't. Because to me, this is really, really simple. There's so many things to decide. There's so many factors to decide at both ends of the league in every single professional league. Well, in every league in football, but if we're talking about a professional game, you can't put things down to chance and just dish things out. Because if you dish the title out to Liverpool, they probably would have won it. But the fact is that they haven't. The fact is that, Norwich probably would have went down. But the fact is that they haven't. Do you know what I mean? Like, you just can't. If you give out something at the top, you then got to start predicting stuff at the bottom. It's never, ever going to happen. Ever. I don't know why it's even a question.
We'll either finish the season or we'll void it. Simple as
exactly. That. It's really simple. It's that simple. There's no in between. You can't go, well, we can't finish the season. So I'll tell you what, Liverpool, you probably were going to win 2 games out of 8. So there you go. You have that. Norwich, you were at the foot of the table, and Farke already said that it was a miracle to stay up. So you can go down. Villa, you got a game in hand over Watford. You probably weren't going to win it because it was against Man City or whatever. So you guys can go down, and Watford, you stay up because you were probably going to stay up because you beat Liverpool, so you was on a good run. No, it doesn't work like that. Can't do that. And it amazes me that people think you can actually do that.
Well, in the end of the day, Rooney's just gone to try and score a goal from his own
Rooney's
half.
been doing that, mate, for his whole career.
Would have been in. Chesney had to catch it. Would have been in. Vin Ra says, I have to say I miss this team a lot. It's great to see Fergie in the dugout. Say what you want. Hope you guys are doing well in isolation. Yeah, good. I hope you are doing as well, mate.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, if Sheffield United won their game in hand, we wouldn't even be in 5th. So.
Exactly, and there's that. Yeah, Sheffield United could argue that as well. So. And
they're playing Villa in their game in hand, so it's not like they couldn't win it. So.
Exactly.
And then, you can argue about, well, 5th gets Champions League football. Well, we might not even be in 5th. So.
Yeah, exactly. And that's what I don't, what I don't get. I don't get how that's even a viable option. I don't get how people are even asking, would that happen, or would you like that to happen? Do you think it will? It's never going to happen.
Ooh, was Rooney offside there? Ball over the top from Anderson. I mean, Anderson, you know what? Anderson gets laughed about a lot, but there was aspects to his game that were quite admirable. He just became quite injury prone and didn't look after 100%. Himself.
Anderson was a decent player, had a good touch. He had actually a really good engine when he was at his fittest. He could get about the park really well and had a decent left foot on him. Maybe not for shooting, but in terms of creating and the engine that he had, he was all right, man. He was all right. He wasn't a world beater, but he was all right. I don't think he was as crap as, like you said, everyone makes out he was.
Physicality was his problem. Rosicky,
yeah,
Evra's been pulled out. Walcott, that's a goal. Through the legs of De Gea. Was not a good goal.
No, he's disappointed with that, isn't he?
Yeah. Evra gets pulled out of position. Evans has to come across and slide in. And Walcott hits it.
It's all come from Evra's crap clearance as well.
Yeah. He's out of position, Evra. Gets drawn into the ball.
Yeah. Oh, that shouldn't go in.
But De Gea should not be getting beat from there. Which is odd, really, because it's footwork for De Gea. He's normally very good with his feet. He's slow along the ground.
gone through his legs. He knows it as well.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be getting beat from there. Yeah, that's poor. Yeah, that's poor. For De Gea's standards, he should be.
And that's right on half time as well.
Yeah, see, that's one of them weird ones, isn't it? Where if you scored before half time to get a little bit of confidence, can you come out and build something?
That's the funny thing. Arsenal probably thought, yeah, let's get the next
100%.
goal and we can go and get something out of it.
Yeah, well, how does this work then? Is there a 15-minute interval or is it just a quick little turnaround?
Normally they just come back. Dominic Ashton says, just joined Mark. I'm sorry if it had been spoken about, but do you think Fred is what Anderson had the potential to be? No, I think they're very different players. I mean, yeah. Anderson, you saw with that goal that, all right, they should have cleared it, but the ability to... Anderson was all about little flicks and creativity. Fred's not. Fred's more of a Dunga Brazilian, really.
Yes.
A worker.
Yeah.
And Anderson's more of a sort of Leonardo sort of player. Creative.
Yeah. But, I think Fred's a bit more of a destroyer, and I don't mean that by his size and stature, because obviously he's very small. But in terms of his role in the team, it's to go and break things up and get us playing. Anderson's almost like you said, you can play him a bit more advanced, and he's got a bit more eye of the pass than Fred.
Yeah, definitely. Rio Ferdinand talking about Timo Werner. I mean, we're really here just talking about Rio Ferdinand's opinion on football, which I love Rio, but I don't necessarily listen to everything he says. But he has said, what's he been doing for his club? He's been playing particularly well. He's a goal threat. If I'm a Liverpool, 100% take him because they haven't got that backup for the front three. He'd be a great signing for Liverpool and Chelsea. I think he'd be a great signing for Manchester United, Timo Werner, and I think that he has hinted at it, but whether United would do it...
Yeah, it'd be a fantastic signing. Fantastic signing for us.
Depends whether they want to do it. Dylan Hugworth, we were speaking about this. I've probably got his name completely wrong. Dylan Hugworth has signed his first professional contract with the club. 17-year-old joined from Ajax last summer and has been a standout player for the under-18s and 19s. And he said that I'm really happy to sign my first professional contract. Can't wait to get back to the training ground and continue the hard work. Very highly thought of. There's another lad as well. I can't ever pronounce his name. A lot of people in the live comments will pronounce it better. I think it's Hannibal Mabry. Yeah.
Hannibal Mabry.
Yeah, he's meant to be very good as well. But so is Hugworth. United have been signing a lot of these young players for a long time now. I do hope that we get to a point where we start to see some of them coming through, because I remember us buying a lad from Coventry when he was 15, and we've been doing it for a long time. So I hope that we do start to see some of them coming through. There's another lad we got from... Well, I think he just left PSG. Aloha Traore. He looked like a really good prospect as well, but he's not really heard much about him for a while now. So
it just proves how difficult it is to actually make it. You can look promising all the way through youth level, at every youth level, and look like the bee's knees. But when you get given that opportunity, or you're waiting for that chance to get that opportunity, it really does show how difficult it actually is to make it. Which is why you have to big up what Mason Greenwood's done. I know he hasn't officially made it yet, because it's his first breakthrough season. He's got a decent return and hopefully he can keep it up. We've got to be patient. How good you actually have to be able to make it. Do you know what I mean? What is it like? I think someone said to me it's a status of like 1% of something of youngsters, actually make it to the Premier League. It's crazy. It's really difficult to actually make it.
The second half's kicked off. It's 3-1 United. We're about 2 minutes away now. In the UK at 8 o'clock, people are going to go outside and clap the NHS. We're not going to go outside because it would take me 5 minutes to get outside and come back. But we will just give them an applause and say what a great thing they are. So what I'd like to see people in the live comments do is just NHS. It's 3 letters, capital words. Let's just blast it for 60 seconds because
just spam it.
They're
capital letters, mate.
I think I saw something today about there's been nearly 30 doctors in Italy that have died. China, whatever China have been up to, they've absolutely not told the truth in relation to the figures, because how has there been more deaths in Italy than there was in China? It just doesn't make any sense to me. But
Spain have more than China now as well.
Yeah, it doesn't seem right to me, that. But these people are heroes, and we needed 250,000 volunteers. We got over 400,000 yesterday, so people are stepping up to the plate, and that's the sort of mentality that we do need. But without the NHS, it's just not going to happen. So yeah, whatever your country's doing, the same. We're not going to get through this without them. So it is 8 o'clock. So NHS, definitely applause from us on the United stands. And NHS. I know it sounds a little bit cringy, but it's true. It's absolutely true.
NHS. My mum works with the NHS as well, man. Well, she did for like 25 years, so I know what struggles and sacrifices they have.
My family are out the front now doing it.
That was it.
You never know on my road though. They might be the only people doing it, but I don't think they are. I think there'll be a lot of people doing it, and loads of people in the live comments doing it as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna put a little tweet out as well. Put a little tweet out, Mark.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But they are absolute heroes, and without them, we're not going to be able to do it. I've done my little clap. Yeah. I'm being told by my kids to clap. Good. Demand that we do it.
Absolutely. We all should be making some big sacrifices for us.
And
everyone outside my door's doing it as well.
Yeah, well, that's great. I mean, this is the thing for me. It makes me feel very proud because this isn't a world war. Of course it's not. But there is a mentality, everybody I speak to, whether it's neighbours from 10 metres away or down the shop, people who get it are coming together. And I just think when we get our football back, when we get our pubs back, when we get the things we enjoy back, there might just be something about us that appreciates it that little bit more. And also there might just be a little less selfishness in the world and a little bit more compassion, because we're sitting here to save lives of people we don't even know. That's why we're isolating. Yeah. We are doing it for friends and family, but we're also saving lives for lots of people by not being out there spreading it. So big up to the NHS, big up to all the emergency services, and big up to everybody who actually gets it and is doing this. And let's keep at it.
100%.
And the longer the more we do it, the quicker we'll be out of this, and we'll come out of this. My wife said to me this last night. She said, when we come out of this, we'll actually probably look back on it with memories that are regretful that we had to do it, but also we'll look back on it as a time in our lives that was not like the normal time, and almost look back on it as a time not with affection, but it's something in our life that not everyone else has had. It's a challenge as a society to come through it. So big up to the NHS.
People letting the fire out where I am. Yeah. To be honest, I was talking about this with my cousin earlier when we were discussing exactly this, which is what is it going to be like when we come out of this? And we were saying, like, I think a lot of people will change. We've learned a lot about us as a race, as a human race, and it's you can't not come out of this if you come out of this, which most people will, I don't want to say having survived the corona, but even if you haven't caught it, but you will be thinking, this was really lucky and it could have been different for me. And remembering all the people that have lost their lives, you're looking at the crazy death tolls that are there. I think it's like nearly 5,000 in Spain and stuff like that. That's a hell of a lot of people, and it's people will be kind of thinking how lucky they are and having to live their lives and not appreciate that they're having to stay in. So freedom, a bit of it. Look how we take things for granted, like going to the shop or being able to go shopping or doing whatever you might be doing that we're not allowed to do at the moment. You take that all for granted. So I think for sure, it will change a lot of people or us as a society when we come out of this. Yeah,
they do a great job. And why are we looking to sign a new striker when we can get Flex? Come on, Ed Woodward, says Adams and Nicola. I remember that goal at Stretford End, yeah?
Yes, mate, it did. I've done it. Why not? Why not, mate? Let's start a petition.
I would have done if it wasn't for Ji-sung Park. I would have had my goal as well. But I should have scored at the other end. That was a big one.
How fit was he? I remember that when he playing against.
He's younger than me, though.
Just around. Yeah, true.
Vinbra says China's messed up the economy, didn't do enough to contain it. Maybe sometimes something to do with protests in Hong Kong. Big up to health workers all over the world. And did you see the insane spike of cases in the US, says Mr. Glungeon. My day at the moment is this. I get up in the morning, I do the United Daily in the morning, which goes up at 10 o'clock. Then we're sort of doing stuff throughout the day because we want to get this series up and running, interviewing people for the 1 o'clock shows. Yeah. Then obviously have the 8 o'clock show. Got kids about, so we're doing stuff as well. And then I get into bed probably about 10 o'clock. I put Newsnight on at 10:30. Then I go on YouTube and watch Dr. John Campbell. And that's where I get all my news. On
is that where you get the news from?
On what's going on. He's really good. I find him really good to listen to. But yeah, I mean, look, it is what it is. We've just got to do what we're doing. People need to do it. I mean, Mark, is it just beginning in India? I just hope we can contain the spread to as minimal possible. Hope the same for your country. Let's fight this together. India's going to be really difficult, Sakura. I hope you can do it, because massive population, massive amount of people who wake up in the morning and don't know where the food's coming from. They work to eat, so it's difficult. I really worry about the people who are poor and poverty, because isolating them when they haven't got any bloody food is a problem.
Yeah, almost impossible. It just causes extra issues on top of actually trying to deal with the virus. So yeah, it's really scary time for people there as well. It's so weird because so many different countries are at different stages. Apparently we're a couple of weeks behind Italy, etc., and we're all like a month or a month and a half behind China, probably more. It's just really, it is concerning.
Still 3-1 in this game. Please do subscribe if you're new, bottom right hand corner. Share the video as well. This will end up with another 6 goals to come. 6 goals to come in just under 40 minutes. So lots of goals to come.
What do you think about Chicharito in terms of sort of player he was for us? Or that was a good chance, great save.
That's a good save.
Yeah. Was he offside? Yeah. Even on his right foot, he's done well. That's how good Van Persie was. He's done well to direct that towards goal there on his weaker foot. Oh, what a save that is.
I think the fact that this is not a UK problem, and it's a very good save from De Gea, that is.
Yeah, brilliant.
I think that the fact that we've got
so many it at 3-2, so.
Superpowers involved, I think there will be some big developments around this virus in the next couple of weeks. But we just got to wait and see.
We had to weather a bit of a, not storm here, but we had to keep composed here early on in this half, didn't we? Because that could have been different.
Yeah, if they got that goal back there, it's momentum, isn't it? United probably, not under Sir Alex, probably.
Look, we're not playing too well here. We keep giving the ball away cheaply. Rooney's throwing his arms up. Arsenal are on top here a little bit.
DT's probably at home thinking they can come back. I was talking to him about that Aubameyang miss yesterday. And every time I see it, I think he's going to score it. I said, yeah, he doesn't though.
Yeah, that is, look, couldn't happen to a nicer team, but you can't help but sometimes feel a bit sorry for him. Every day.
All Arsenal fans still think if the season comes back, they can get top 4. I'm like, you've got no chance. You've got no chance.
Yeah, because there's too many people who need to drop point. Well done, Ashley Young. That's what Ashley Young used to be good at. That there, just dropping the shoulder, getting half a yard and getting his crossing.
Yeah, what did I think about Chicharito? I thought that perfect sub. Never a starter for me. He was quite frustrating. I loved him, but never a starter for me. I don't know about you.
Yeah, I think Sir Alex got it spot on and used him in exactly the right way. I think he realised that with him, innit? He was like a modern day Solskjaer, wasn't he, at the time? Bit of a poacher. Scores goals, scores unorthodox goals. Remember that header he scored against Stoke? The kind of backwards spiral header. He really did do well.
Smalling, the marauding right back here.
That's good versatility from Smalling, though. Apart from that.
Crap pass. A story here about...
look, Arshavin's in.
Yeah.
Oh, Philip, don't get wrong side.
Jones could have given
a penalty. What, if he scored that
should have scored as well.
Yeah. So
could have been 3-1.
Yeah, 3-1. We were up against it. Look, Wenger's fuming.
Shouldn't be on the bloody pitch anyway.
What's happened here? He's just done him by pace. He slipped over a little bit. Gets wrong side.
And that's when Phil Jones was a bit quick.
Yeah.
He still can't get back.
If he's in that situation now, he brings him down.
I don't think he even gets close to him, does it? Adams and Nakoda says, United stand is the only thing keeping me going. Big up Flex for challenging Rants on the last show. I'm still Ollie out, but you have to give him credit for our recent form. Yeah, Rants ain't never going to back down.
Oh, mate, honestly, to be fair, it was Ollie our challenge. Pogba situation. And Rance was just having absolutely none of it. None of it.
We'll have to get him. We'll have to do what we did last night. Get you and Rance on with me. Soon.
Yeah.
Anybody who didn't see the show last night was brilliant with Saeed and Ricky.
I need to finish watching that actually.
So we're going to do that once a week. I don't know how. We might do it 2 or 3 times a week. We're going to mix up the people because it'd be good to get Adam off the fan cams on as well, and obviously Flex and Rance, and maybe a bit of variety. Get Ricky with Flex and Ricky with Rance would be good.
Oh, that would be crazy, yeah. Because Ricky, Rance actually really likes Ricky. Well, everyone.
I like Ricky. I don't agree with a lot of what he says, but he just says it in a very convincing way. But he was good last night, though. I was saying stuff, going, you know what? I agree with Mark. And I was like, oh, God. Ricky agrees with me. It's like a badge of approval.
Yeah. Because, everyone's saying, right, that, since Matic has come back into the team and this and that, well, I tell you what, Matic was doing that before.
He really does think United's form's down to Matic, doesn't he?
Yeah. Well, but it is a bit. I see where he's coming from in terms of an interesting stat. It did make me think a little bit when he was like, them same teams, we scored the same goals against them teams, we just haven't conceded as much. So he's obviously just putting that down to Matic, but it isn't just that. But I do see where the rationale comes from.
Vimbarar says, what do you think about Trump saying the US open by Easter? I would say not enough time. 100%. That's not going to happen, is it? Delicate official debate: Arshavin or James Rodriguez? Who was the worst international one-hit wonder? Utterly disappointing after signing big deals. I still think James Rodriguez is a decent player. I mean, what happened to Arshavin? I don't know. And Zayn Miasi's in there. Zayn, I applaud you for coming in. Massive Arsenal fan, Flex. He is.
Oh, right. Okay.
He says, big up the NHS. I wish Arsenal had some fight as the NHS workers who are paid peanuts.
I see him there.
He's normally very loyal to Arsenal, but fair play for showing your face tonight. And this could be cleverly. Oh, bloody hell, he should have scored that.
Yeah, he should have.
He should have scored that.
That was never his forte, was it? Finishing his dinner.
No, he was like a Poundland David Beckham, cleverly. I'm not allowed to say B-Tech in front of Flex, so I have to say.
Yeah, I won't be having any of that trolling, mate. B-Tech, important thing. Shouldn't be
I don't know where Arshavin went.
I don't know. Did he go to
Italy? Was it?
Italy, yeah. Let's have a look.
I know he came from St. Petersburg to Arsenal, and then I think he went. Did he go Barcelona? Or no, I'm thinking. No, that's that other guy, isn't it? Hleb.
Yeah, Hleb did that. Yeah. Arshavin. Let's have a look. He went to. He went to. Oh, he went back to Zenit on loan. Then went on loan in 2012, and then he signed a deal from 13 to 15, and then he played for Kuban for 8 games, and then Kariat for 84 games. Yeah, for Russia. Yeah, must be retired now. Yeah, 18.
The Pogba circus has gone on a bit more today that he's going to go again. I mean, I don't mind talking about the transfer stuff because it's there to talk about, and you can't talk about it when there isn't isolation from the same sources. So you've got to talk about it. I just think the transfer window is as up in the air as the season, because how are people spending money? But they're talking about Real Madrid, Pogba, and then Federico Valverde as a possible midfielder. Well done.
Nani's absolutely done him. Say that again. Valverde as a
possible midfield target for United. 21 years of age. But it's got an apparent £460 million release clause.
460?
He's meant to be a very good player for Real Madrid, Valverde. And I think a lot of people in the live comments would say do the deal. There's not many players, because I think what might happen with this transfer window is more, instead of fees, you might see a lot of sort of swaps, which have never really been that popular.
Good ball.
Might be a deal to do. Chicharito, little dink.
Chicharito tried it, didn't he? Backstick, didn't work. Do you know what I did yesterday on FIFA?
What?
I started my career mode, so I'm halfway through the season, and the season's about to start, and someone comes in for Eric Bailly, I think it's Ajax, and someone else, but they've paid his release clause, so I've got no say. So
just give him a new contract.
It's the first time Ashley Young. Yeah, so they've said if you want him. Oh, how did Nani miss that?
Bloody hell.
So yeah, they've said if you give him a new contract. So I've given him a new contract, right? And I wanted to give him. He was on 90 grand a week, so I up it to 100. I put 1 million. and it went through and just killed all my wage budget. But I've put him on the £1 million a week. But I thought like
you'll be getting the sack. Woodward's going to kill you.
Well, I didn't understand it. I was like, well,
so he's going to make £52 million a year.
I couldn't believe it, mate. Honestly, I was like, what the hell is going on?
You need to cut your losses and release him from his contract.
Yeah, I know.
For nothing.
I'm still playing with him. It's terrible.
That happened to me yesterday. I had Luke Shaw's doing really well for me, and they said Luke Shaw's been offered a deal by Hoffenheim. I was like, what the bloody hell? He's not even on the transfer list.
Yeah, same. Everyone comes in for Luke Shaw, don't they?
He had a release clause, but then I offered him a new contract and he took it. So
yeah, it's good that you can do that.
But the thing is, it's a bit unrealistic because English
you sit down with the managers. There's just two managers sitting down. Right, okay, right. I wanted to try and get Kane, and I realised after actually going into the negotiations that I had 30 million budget left. So I offered De Gea plus 30 million because I couldn't back out of it, and he was like, "You're not serious," and he just walked out.
I had one yesterday where Spurs wanted to sign McTominay, and I sat down with Mourinho, and he offered me 20 million. I said I want 60, and he got up and stormed out. And I was like, oh, you don't like him that much, then, do you? Because he loved McTominay.
Yeah, it's really weird. They need to improve that a bit, and the press conference bit as well.
I always turn off the signings in the first summer anyway, not because I don't want to sign anyone, but because it just, even in January, like, there's just so many signings going off. It makes it unrealistic. But Zane says we're getting Werner in the summer. With him, Ober and Martinelli, we'll have one of the best attacks in Europe. Yeah, you're not getting Werner, and you'll do well to keep Aubameyang. So
yeah, exactly. I think he'll leave Aubameyang.
Yeah, I mean, I was talking to DT about that yesterday, and he was saying that they all love him, but the reality is that he's at that age where he might just fancy
one last big move. Club. You know what I mean? Yeah, he could go to Barcelona for a good couple of years and rip it up. You know, why not?
Here's another free kick. I can't remember the fourth goal, so
yeah. Was it like weren't this the same side the keeper was on? Cool.
I reckon there is a goal around 66 minutes.
I think it's this, isn't it? He scores another free kick, doesn't he?
Welcome to Lewis Noakes, latest member of the United Stand Members Club. Yeah, in these difficult times, if anyone can become a member, that would be a really big help. And that is Rooney.
Same side the keeper was at. Remember that?
Yes. Zane says that Ty is isolating with Arsene Wenger. 4-1 and Rooney with the free kick. Whips it the other way.
Bloody hell. He's still another 5 goals here.
He's done Chesney with his.
Yeah, absolutely done him.
To be beating keepers twice from a free kick that just shows you the quality of Rooney.
Look at Anderson. Anderson's not even looking.
Oh, is this the one where Anderson's staring at the keeper? Yeah.
Yeah, look at him.
He was funny, Anderson.
Oh, he was hilarious. Good little dancer as well, like most Brazilians.
I wondered why he ran over to Rooney like he had a big part in the free kick, and to himself he probably thinks that's because of me.
Rooney just waving to the family.
Yeah, this is what people forget about Rooney. And unfortunately, when we started the United Stand, Rooney got a lot of criticism because he was crap. But in his prime, he was absolutely amazing. But he stayed too long.
About then, when he was in his prime. You know, we'd be talking about him every week.
I really do wish that the United Stand had been about like from 99 to 2010. It would have been great.
Yeah.
What Rooney just did then. Just giving a corner away.
That. Awful. Absolutely awful. Look, Evans is fuming. I think this was when Rooney just had his hair transplant there.
Yeah, because the season before was the overhead against City, and he had no hair.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
To be fair to him,
Turkey and came back looking a new man.
He's a good example of having a hair job. Because he looks a lot.
Can go badly.
Yeah.
This is when Arsenal just pretty much down and out 4-1. They're just thinking we're done here.
Well, typical Arsenal.
Rosicky was a good little player. I used to like Rosicky.
Yeah, he had a lot of injuries, didn't he?
Yeah, load of injuries. Yeah. A lot of Arsenal players injury prone, isn't it? Diaby, flipping Van Persie.
See, we never used to be, and we have been for the last few years.
Yeah.
Smalling's had a great game.
Smalling, I know, he just looks so uncomfortable in that position. Dink. What a goal.
Didn't even need to dink it there. He didn't even get the dink right, did he? 5-1, Nanny. Rooney with the assist. So Rooney's got 2 goals.
An assist.
Yeah, 2 goals and an assist for Rooney so far.
On for man of the match. Didn't Ashley Young score another one?
I think he did, yeah. What's that? 5-1.
Yeah, 5-1 now. Yeah, well onside there. Awful defending. Look at them. They're all over. He actually tries to play offside. He's got his hand up. Who's that? Traore. Absolute disgrace.
Well, that's the funny thing. None of these goals have been contentious at all. The penalty for Arsenal was contentious, but they missed it. All of them well onside. And you think about VAR now, every goal we see scored seems to go, oh, that might be. And we've had 6 goals and none of them have we gone, that's not even close to being VAR referred.
Exactly. Oh, now off. Oh, there he is. Bringing the cavalry.
I've played against him. We've played against him.
We've played against him, mate. Yeah, on that same pitch. Look at McPhelan, look.
I'd love to. I tell you what, I would love to have played against Giggs.
Yeah, 100%. Just to see what he's still like now.
Rio's on the bench.
Berbatov didn't even get off the bench in this game. That's crazy. Why Berbatov and Rio were game the team?
I wonder if we had a... Well, it started the season, wasn't it? August. It's not like we had a big game in midweek or anything.
Exactly. I don't understand that. So it's 20... Tevez by now.
Gone by now, yeah.
Yeah. Tevez was like 08, 09 and that.
Yeah, this was 11-12, so we just lost the final to
Barca.
Yeah, I don't think we won the league this year. Man City won it, didn't they?
Yeah, that was when they done the last.
Yeah, so Tevez was at City because that was when he did the rest in peace Fergie thing, wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Actually, no. Is this the Aguero season? Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Yeah.
11-12.
Yeah.
Yeah, because then we won it straight back off them after that heartbreak, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember that. Like, I remember being at my cousin's day. We played Sunderland last game, didn't we?
Yeah.
And, we managed to. Oh, Chicharito, what's going on? Oh, yeah, we managed to get it. I remember watching it, thinking, right, our game's done. There's no way City are going to score one more. We've done it. And then I just remember watching it and just, horrible. Absolutely horrible.
I'd convinced myself that day that I just wasn't going to watch any football. City were not going to not beat QPR. And my mate's texting me saying they're beating them. And I went, I'm not turning it on. Because as soon as I turn it on, City will score.
I don't remember.
Oh, Rooney, it's the post.
Whoa, flipping heck, mate.
What a hat-trick that would have been. 2 cracking free kicks and that.
Rooney's creativity and skill like on the ball is brilliant. Look at that. The audacity to try that.
This was his last...
Scrambling.
This was his last top season. This was his last season where he was world-class.
Yeah, I'd say so.
I don't know whether this was the season where he got injured as well. He scored loads of goals.
Geez, son. Johan Giroud is awful. Park scored left foot, didn't he? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, Ji-sung Park. Hardly been
6-1. Left foot as well. Who needs Son when you got Park? Best Korean to ever grace the Premier League.
Got a question for you here, Flex. You can. I'm glad it's a question for you.
What's that?
Well, it's quite a serious one. I don't think he's taking a piss. Let me have a look at this. Jibs A says.
Oh, my friend lost his arm in a car crash in November 19th. With this outbreak, would he be vulnerable with COVID-19? Love your content across YouTube. Listen, I'm not a doctor, so I'm not about to give, dedicated advice about that. I would surely, if he has been through that, if this is even real, I'm going to take it like it is. Quite a sick joke. He's got to talk to the people who operated on his arm and see if that suppressed his immune system as a result of that. That's the only thing I can say. I'm not a doctor, so yeah. But thanks for liking the content. Appreciate that. But losing an arm in a car crash, I don't know if that suppresses your immune system. But I don't know. Every case is different. So I'm not a doctor. So I would speak to his GP, his surgeon or something.
Corner for Arsenal. Do you think we'll get Sancho?
Talking about this today, it looks like it should happen. It looks like he is a great fit. He could. Everything's made there for him. He can, come to us and be the next Ronaldo if he wanted to. Get the number 7 shirt, be postable. But it all depends on what happens with the backlash of economically, from obviously everything returning back to normal with the transfer market. Our team's going to want to part with big money. We definitely would want Sancho, and it would change the whole complexity of our front three. A front three of Martial, Rashford, and Sancho is frightening. Personally, absolutely frightening. With a midfield of Bruno and Pogba, whoever else, that really is some team. So I think it could happen, but it does depend on quite a few factors. It depends on what even happens. Is there even going to be a transfer?
Yeah, I think that's the thing.
Transfer window, sorry. But I got a gut feeling it will. And especially like you said earlier, it's like the people at Dortmund almost won't stop talking about it. Like you said, they must just be bored with no football. They're talking about it a lot and putting us as front runners. So it's it seems like one of these things that will be the next saga. It definitely will be the next saga. Will he? Won't he? Have got him yet? Etc. Etc. But I definitely.
The husband says, "I hate QPR and I hope they never get promoted too." Yeah, we was talk about that, weren't we? So yeah, we beat Sunderland, and I turned it on, and I was like, "So it's 1-0 QPR, it's 2-1 QPR, I think it was," and we're into stoppage time, and I'm like, "Well, City have got to score 2 goals in stoppage time," and
crazy.
I turned the telly off after that Aguero goal. Didn't turn Sky Sports on for ages. Van Persie's just scored 6-2. Yeah. Do I think Man United will play before the summer, says Renate Felsted? I actually do. I'm going to be one of them people who thinks I think we'll be back playing in May, June. Yeah. No real reason. Well, it's good finish by Van Persie.
It's because Phil Jones had to run into the goal.
He's a play clown.
He played it all offside.
And he puts his hands up saying, "What?" Yeah, that's the man you meant to be marking, Phil. Yeah.
Nah, that wasn't Jones's.
I would have blamed him. I always look at these things and think, if there was a watch-along, what would I be doing? But actually...
Yeah. Oh, look at that from Giggs. Oh, I know, you put too much on it. Yeah, you probably would have put Jones there. What you bloody doing? We're 6-1 up. Why? Why has he done that?
I'm not from Manchester. You make me sound like Ricky.
That's how you sound.
Ricky.
Bloody hell. That's my favourite.
6-2 Van Persie then.
Yeah, another question in there. Flex. Martinelli, Oba and Laka will be better attack even if you get Sancho. I mean, that's just laughable.
Lacazette's not even that good. Aguero's better laughable. Than
Lacazette. 100%.
I don't agree with I do like Aubameyang, but Lacazette...
No, Aubameyang's wicked.
I think
Lacazette's just not... He's just not clinical like that. He's definitely playing worse than he's
French
than he
Charlie
should
Austin.
be. Like he's in bad form. Yeah, he's in bad form. It come to the point where even Rance had to put some respect on Darren Bent's name when we done the show the other week. Sort of saying, nah, you shouldn't call him the French Darren Bent. Darren Bent's got 106 Premier League goals.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, I in fact, tell you what, we shouldn't call him the French Charlie Austin anymore. I was in the Birmingham Bull Ring a few weeks ago, and Charlie Austin was there. He went mad. He said, "Why are you calling me? Why are you calling?" Yeah, he says, "Why are you calling him the French Charlie Austin? I'm way better than him."
No,
I'm only joking, but no, he probably would.
He would say that though. Charlie Austin, when he had that season that QPR, or was it Southampton when he kept doing a chicken wing?
Yeah,
Southampton, wasn't it? He was good then.
Jay says, I think it's Jay. Jay
says, not getting past Park.
Mark and Flex, what's your thoughts on Bugsy Malone? I mean, I've only ever seen the kids' version where they shoot the pies out of the guns. So.
You idiot. You know what? Because he's falling off his bike, isn't he? Referee, I tell you what, he could go for that.
I think he is going to go for that.
Yeah,
he's been booked in the first half. Jenkinson. Cheerio. It's gone for his pocket.
See you
Yellow,
later.
red. Yeah. Off you go, Jenkins. Yeah, but was Bugsy Malone... Was he out racing? I mean, what was he doing out last night?
That's what I have to kind of question. Obviously he should have been
Looked like he was racing it, didn't he? Some people said.
I'll be honest. I can't comment because I haven't seen it. I'm just looking at some stuff now. I'm still alive after horror thing. I think it says that Bugsy Malone's put out. So there's a picture of his like kind of tricycle things in bits, mate. Jesus.
I'm sure he'll come out and say he was on the way somewhere legit because that's what you've got to do, haven't you? But if anything,
look at that. It's in ruins, mate. The bike's ruined.
Very lucky, isn't he? And
very, very lucky.
And if he was out, I hope people take it as a message to not be out because he shouldn't have been out. What if he was racing it? But we don't know that, so.
Yeah.
But I think there are a lot of people taking the piss. I know it's difficult because I'm not part of that crowd anymore, but. If you are in your sort of early 20s, late teens, and you got your mates and stuff, staying in the house for a couple of months is probably quite. I ain't gonna do that because that's just what you like. But
yeah, exactly.
You've got to do it. Please do it because it's why everyone else is doing it. Don't want to do it either, but it's for a reason.
Yeah.
Another free kick here. Oh, I tell you what, if that had been on target for Rooney, Chesney won't get that
brilliant. One. No, he's not getting that. Nowhere near it.
Cavalier Crane Master says, I'm not trying to make an agenda out of it, but De Gea just looks like he's never been a good ball distributor.
He hasn't. It's true.
I did this today. Here's a good question for you then, because I did it this morning and loads of people answered it. Five-a-side Man United Premier League side, and I put Van der Sar in goal because Schmeichel was a brilliant goalie, but he had distribution like Lukaku. De Gea, I think he'd be a brilliant five-a-side goalkeeper, but his Van der Sar's came from Ajax, so his distribution's brilliant. I think as a five-a-side goalkeeper.
And he's the full length of a five-a-side goal if he's down.
Somebody said to me, "Oh, you don't need good ball distribution to be a five-a-side goalkeeper." I was like, "What are you on about?"
Well, you probably need that better than shot stopping in a five-a-side goal.
So I had Van der Sar in goal because I think De Gea's weak spot is his ball distribution.
100%. He's not that great with his feet, and he doesn't have a great ping. Some keepers got a great ping, like out of the arms. Who does that? I think Peperena in his prime used to have that. Ederson and Alisson have, especially Alisson.
Yeah.
Remember that one he scored it when they scored against us in the last minute when he pinged it. Salah, and he was in that race with Shaw. Oh no, Dan James, it wasn't it?
Yeah.
And he absolutely pinged it straight to him.
But you know what? It is a change in football because Schmeichel was crap with the ball at his feet compared to people today, as were many goalkeepers, because it wasn't necessarily the thing you were there to do.
Yeah, so, it wasn't the way of playing. Zane says, Mark Flex, Igalo is a B-Tech Kanu. Even Iwobi is better than him. Again, use of the word B-Tech. I just don't get it. Just, can we just stop with this? We always use that qualification. Just a complete diss. But he's chatting crap anyway because Igalo is better than Kanu.
Kanu was quite good anyway.
Better than Iwobi.
Yeah, Iwobi's rubbish.
Way better than Iwobi. Iwobi's crap.
If Igalo was at Arsenal, he'd be a best striker with Aubameyang.
Yeah, he was.
And Martin Donko says, in five-a-side football, you're better off having quick, agile players. Yeah, I had Ferdinand and Keane. I put Keane at the back with Ferdinand because I thought you don't need two centre-backs.
No, you don't.
Scholes and Ronaldo.
Yeah.
You could have, looking at this, you'd probably have bloody Rooney.
Referee, that's a pen.
Yeah, Penno. Welcott on Evra.
Yeah.
Let's VAR it. Was it a proper Penno?
I think he's tripped him. Let's have a look.
Evra.
Oh, it's really accidental, isn't it? He's not actually trying to hang a leg out. He got a dodgy penalty earlier against...
That might not have been given in
Evans,
in them days.
Yeah. No, yeah, exactly. And VAR would probably look at that and probably wouldn't give that to Evra.
Rooney for the hat-trick.
Cook Giggs. This is when Giggs was just chilling in centre midfield, just, holding.
It's funny to think that Giggs had another season. Well, he had more than that.
More than that, yeah.
You'd think he was past it then. Lorenzo says VAR would have ruled that out. I think he would have. I think it would have been ruled out, yeah.
And Giggs scored in every season as well.
Chesney knows he's screwed, isn't he? If he's beating him from free kicks, he's going to definitely beat him from a penalty.
Yeah, Rooney was good at pens. Never any doubt.
Yeah, sent him the wrong way. 7-2.
Wow. Crazy, innit? Absolutely stuffed them.
I'd be interested to know, if anyone knows, where did Arsenal finish that season? I mean, I presume they still got fourth, because Wenger did always used to get fourth, didn't he? But losing 8-2 in August, it's not a nice way to start your season, is it?
No, it really isn't. It really isn't.
And, you know, if they're... It's all right, Arsenal fans saying they had loads of injuries. Why did you have loads of injuries in bloody August?
It's typical Arsenal, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's been nice being able to...
He looks like Fabregas, he does.
I've tried to replicate the old Watchalong, because I have put the 20th of the 8th, 2011 in the bottom corner, and we have got 7-2 Arsenal on there. So at least it's not, although it's not actually live, we have done a Watchalong of it, and we can have Man United 7, Arsenal 2.
Yes.
Might have to just do one of those when it goes to 8-2 and take a picture. Guys, you will never beat us like this again, so enjoy living in the past. Zayn. He's his own worst enemy.
I know, he is. Wind up, isn't he?
But he winds himself up.
Yeah. We haven't had to beat them like that again.
Well, they beat us in January, didn't they? And I said it. They still wouldn't finish above us.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did. Last couple of times we've been to the Emirates, we've been poor. Because it was also, we lost there when it was the start of going crap after PSG. That was the first game, wasn't it? Remember, we had them and Wolves, lost both.
What's DT's line? Where's it going to end, Robbie?
Yeah, I've had enough of it, Robbie. I'm sick of it, Robbie.
No, man, I'm sick of it.
I've had enough. They
Richard
don't care about us.
Thanks for doing this, lads. Really enjoyed it. Well, thanks for tuning in with us as well. It just makes it more enjoyable. Straight after losing 2-8, Arsenal went on to sign 5 players just before the summer transfer window and did go on to finish third, says Alan. There you go.
Wow.
I do remember that season, now you say it. I remember Arsenal buying loads of players. I'm trying to think who they bought.
I wonder who they bought. Yeah, is that...
He'll tell us in a minute. I can't think who they would have bought.
Did they buy Haleb then?
Yeah, maybe.
Because where was Fabregas then? Was he injured?
Yeah, maybe he was one of the injured players.
Yeah, did they get Eduardo then? Oh no, that was before that. I was like, oh no. Wait, Eduardo. Podolski?
Yeah. Ozil would have been a bit early, wouldn't it, for Ozil? Maybe it was Ozil, actually.
No, it wasn't Ozil. I'm trying to think who they bought. That's a good question. Oh, who's it? Oh, he's offside.
Benayoun, says Kevin. I think they did buy Benayoun then, actually. I think you're right.
Yeah, I see Benayoun. I kicked off my my Twitter feed with him. You know, those players that are like, you know, they were never world class, but they had a good couple of seasons, or they were quite good.
He's brilliant at West Ham.
Yeah, he was really good. Yeah, he was a good player. There was loads of players who category.
I remember a couple of players. Georgie Kinkladze at Man City.
Kinkladze, yeah,
and there was a Bolton one as well. I forget what his name was. Was it Silic or something? No, I don't think it was that. There was a player that was a bit like Kinkladze at Bolton, not JJ Okocha. It was another sort of Eastern European.
Djorkaeff.
JJ
Campo was there.
Good as well.
Kevin Davis, Nolan.
Yeah. No, he was a foreign player. I can picture him now.
Oh, okay.
With like a bit of a bolder head. Somebody will get it in the live comments, 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, JJ Okocha was really good.
Oh, JJ Okocha, mate. When he done a rainbow flick over Ray Parler's head. He used to take the piss, he did.
Oh, up in Pampers. sea. Do, 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 do. We're going to have a beer with my sister and her husband at 9 o'clock.
Oh, are you? What beer are you going to have?
Just Carlsberg. You can't get any beer from the supermarket.
Can you not? Is it all sold out, is it? No, they're staying in. I haven't needed to go to the supermarket for a little bit, actually. After I'd done my shop. Probably won't have to go for a few days. Apparently, I spoke to Josh the other day, hunt for pizza.
Yeah.
And he said it was actually all right.
Yeah, I think people have calmed down a bit now. Rance was saying yesterday that they're still doing takeaways and stuff.
Yeah, they are, yeah.
I think on Monday I looked on Just Eat and it says how many miles around you, and it was like there wasn't really any. But then last night they were all open again.
Oh,
and
really?
I just think if you've got a business, why wouldn't you?
Yeah. So, well, if you're allowed to, yeah. Just seen on Twitter, I think Barnsley women have to go at the FA.
Why?
I believe that they've stopped the football. Our key points in discrimination. The FA not taking women's football seriously. Tiers 3 and 4 women's football treated the same way as Tiers 3 or 4 men's football.
Is that what they say? It's not happy. They're not happy because it's been closed down, or what?
Yeah, they're not happy it's been closed down, but discrimination because tier 3 and 4 men's football's still up in the air, not been completely killed off. Why
Does it seem a bit early?
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Oh, referee gone in hard on Ashley Young there. Did he get the ball? Was it saying he did? Was that just frustration because you're 7-2 down?
Was it Yeboah, Mark? Enjoy flex for the watchalongs as you.
Tony Yeboah, I remember him.
Well, you might be on the watchalongs anyway. If the games if the games go behind closed doors, we'll probably just do them from the new studio, won't we?
Yeah, 100%.
Or we'll do it like this.
Oh, Chicharito. That's classic Chicharito, though. That is like trying to get on the end of things, last gasp ditch.
Anyone know where Rio and Vidic were because of this?
Yeah, Rio's on the bench.
Yeah, I mean, this was 2011, so there wasn't a major tournament in the summer either.
Oh.
So I don't know. I don't get why
injured.
In August we had no
had these
Vidic
issues.
and
Yeah,
Ferdinand.
had to play this team because the bench looked quite strong.
Yeah.
Even having to play Smalling right back.
Yeah.
And it's crazy though, isn't it? Because Sir Alex has just done it without a care in the world. Sort of, Chris, you can fill in right back, lad. Go on. Do you know what I mean?
And I'm pretty sure this is the season where we did really, really well, and I think we got knocked out by Munich in the Champions League, and Rooney scored loads of goals, and then Rooney got injured around March time. So we still did really well in the Champions League. We lost out on the title on the last day of the season. And I can't think of many players that come into this team apart from Vidic and Ferdinand that aren't actually playing. So
yeah, Giggs was obviously old then, so he used to come in. Where was Carrick?
Yeah, he probably was injured as well.
Yeah,
I don't understand where everybody was in August.
Yeah, obviously Welbeck got injured at the beginning of the game.
Vidic was injured to Simba.
Yeah, had Nani. See, he's gone off now, but really terrible.
Mark, did you know Chicharito has now been cast as in Narcos Mexico on Netflix? Says Amy Arce. I don't believe him. Don't wait for somebody else with credibility to tell us that's the truth. You still there?
Pardon?
I thought you'd gone. You just went a bit quiet.
Oh, no, mate. Look at Giggs. Injection of pace, mate. Still got it. Picks out the pass. Ashley Young. Second goal. Brilliant.
8-2.
That completes the route.
8-2 in 90 minutes.
Completes the route.
And there was born at 8 to tell you the scoreline, Arsenal fans. But it's 8-2. At least they've got their invincible season.
Yeah. As long as they... Gigs, mate, still making it.
Sasa Sercic, the Bolton player you're thinking of, mate. Serbian.
Oh, Sercic. Yeah, I remember him.
Yeah, I wasn't far off. Thanks for that, Chris Gibbs.
Oh, what a god that is. Tell you what, actually, better than the first one. Both very, very similar. Oh, both keepers got nowhere. The other one was a bit more top bins, though, innit? And further out.
Kevin Chilquingo says, Flex, keep Pogba or get rid.
Depends what he wants to do.
Yeah.
As in, is he going to commit or not? If he's going to commit, keep him. Oh, look at Phil Jones. Yeah, if he's going to commit, then keep him. But I can't see him staying longer than a year. So if you know he's going to leave anyway, then just get rid of him. As much as Pogba, I think he's a great player. He is.
I think it's going to be a massively interesting summer, isn't it? Because
yeah.
One, when does the football come back? But two, who dares to spend money in a market that's been absolutely ripped apart by this? There's
exactly.
Been, so many football clubs have lost money. There almost needs to be an open discussion amongst every clubs that say, look, let's just accept everybody's transfer fee has been cut in half. And let's start from there.
Yeah,
because
let's not do each other's over.
Yeah,
that would never happen.
No, but
too greedy for that. That would never happen.
But it needs to happen, doesn't it? Because,
But would we do that though? Would we go? All right, I tell you what, we think we value Pogba at 120, but
we'll take 60.
Never gonna do that.
We might do if Dortmund say, yeah, you can have Sancho for 50.
And there it is. Time 8-2.
Well, yes. Thanks everyone for joining us. Different type of show, but we're open to that sort of thing in these times, of course. The plan is now that we'll have a transfer, a Man United daily at around 10 a.m. every day. 8 o'clock show will still stand, and then middays we're going to try and get some sort of interviews with people and stuff which we've got lined up, which will be coming up for you. My fault the Robbie one didn't go up, technical issue, but we will get that. We'll get that done again. But thanks for joining us tonight, Flex. It was good to sit through.
Yeah, my first ever watch along. It feels surreal. Obviously, I know I see a bit of what you guys experience watch alongs. Obviously, we're at the games and stuff. But yeah, enjoyable. It'd be even more enjoyable to do it actually, in a live game of today. But yeah, I'm so behind closed doors.
Well, thanks everyone for watching. We'll be back tomorrow, of course, and I'll see you in the morning for that. Have a nice evening. Thanks for joining us. 8 o'clock tomorrow night as per usual as well. Have a nice evening, and I'll see you soon. And thanks for coming on, Flex.
No problem. Cheers.